In Genesis chapter 1, verses 6 through 8, God says, "Let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters. And God made the expanse, and separated the waters that were under the expanse from the waters that were above the expanse. And it was so. And God called the expanse heaven." If the expanse here in this passage includes interstellar space, which the Bible elsewhere seems to confirm, then there are three very fascinating conclusions. First, the universe has an edge, that is, it is bound. Though this view is very unpopular with most modern cosmologists, it is possible and permissible within the physics of space and time as we now understand it. A second conclusion is that since the expanse was spread out from the waters below, and the Earth was formed out of those waters, unless the spreading was asymmetrical, then the Earth must be at, or at least near, the center of the universe. Third, and most obvious, the Bible implies that there are waters at the boundary of the universe. What is the state of this water? Is it a liquid, solid, or gas? Well, it might be argued that the conditions of outer space are not at all favorable toward liquid water. We do not know what the conditions are at the edge of the universe. Additionally, in ancient Hebrew, there are specific words for the different states of water, and the word used in this passage is used expressly for liquid water. However, no matter what form the water is in, it must produce radiation. Indeed, all baryonic matter, such as water, radiates if it has a temperature. Since matter has never been observed with absolutely no temperature, it is reasonable to conclude that the water at the edge of the universe also has a temperature and thus radiates. So what does this mean for a biblical cosmology? In 1964 and 1965, it was discovered that faint microwave radiation surrounds the Earth. This radiation comes from all directions in space and has a characteristic temperature. Astronomers call this the cosmic microwave background, or CMB, and it is considered to be the major evidence for the Big Bang model, since it had predicted it 2 decades earlier. Indeed, it had predicted the CMB, though its discovery was bittersweet, since it also created several issues for it. However, if water truly is at the edge of the universe, as Genesis 1, 6-8 suggests, then we ought to expect the universe is surrounded by water, which ought to radiate. Significantly, the specific radiation fingerprint we would expect to see emanating from this body of water is precisely what astronomers observe in the cosmic microwave background. Though the development of this creationist model is in its infancy, it has high potential. In fact, says astronomer Danny Faulkner, if scientists had taken Genesis 1, 6-8 seriously, they could have predicted the CMB even earlier than they did.